Today we're back with my other azalea. I showed this in a video last year, but it's nowhere near as good as the one I showed the other week. You can see it's got a few yellow leaves, which is normal in winter. If you can remember from the last video, I had to cut a few branches that all came from the same spot. You can see here the area is healing over nicely. I then cut it back. I didn't go crazy. I just basically cut off all the tips. Azaleas like to be pruned, it actually helps them grow more. I'm not worried about how or where it grows at the minute. I don't care if the new growth is out at the edge of the tips of these long branches. I just want to get bushy, and most importantly I want the trunk to thicken. Once I'm happy with the trunk, I'll cut it right back. Maybe even to just like an inch high stump. As in my other azalea that I cut back at the time of year, I won't get any flowers. Normally cut back after flowering, but right now I'm basically removing all the flower buds that are on the tips. But I'm fine with that. It's also been in this pot for a while, I think since 2017. So 3 years, definitely time for a repot. It was in there pretty tight, but it's actually not looking too bad. I thought it would be a lot more root bound. After a lot of raking and washing, this is what I was left with. Quite a flat root plane, so I must have done some serious work on it last time, because it certainly wouldn't have come from the nursery like that. So just give the roots a trim. You can see it's getting a nice flare, so that's very good for the future. So I just potted up in the same pot and watered it in. It's pretty much going to be left untouched now for the rest of the season, probably next year too. Probably should have shown this before I repotted, but basically in between cutting back and repotting, the buds to start to swell. You don't want to do everything all at once. Just take your time and stagger everything. So now it's ready for this year's season. There's not much going on in May. But I must have missed a bit when I was cutting back in winter, as there was a flower bud developing. I could remove it, but I'm happy just to leave it. This is the last time I filmed the flowers, and June it was gone already. So we didn't get a proper look at the flower, but we can see them all next year. But more importantly, by July the tree's foliage was starting to fill in. It's been slow to get going, but we're in no rush. Again, in August, not much is going on. It's happy enough, but nothing amazing. By September it stopped growing for the year, so a decent effort. I think next season it'll really explode. And I'll leave it alone in winter so we can all enjoy the flowers. I just want to thank everyone who subscribed. I recently hit 1,000 subs, which is incredible. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. See you next time.